age or the end has come. There are people that will rise. There are armies that will rise. There are men or women that will rise. There are people that are going to take the battle to the gate of the enemy. There are people that are going to deal with hell. There are people that are going to stand for righteousness. There are people that are going to stand for holiness. There are people that are going to be an instrument in my hand. So these humans came on the earth. There are people who came on the earth because God said in the last day a generation will come. I'll raise another Moses. I'll raise another Jeremiah. I'll raise another Nehemiah. I'll raise another Esther. I'll raise another Gideon. A generation will come. I'll raise another Elijah. So when those time comes, there are people heaven will release. They will come as human beings, but these are not ordinary human. They came because there's a prophecy to fulfill. They came because there's a mandate on the earth. They came because God sent them. They came because there are people that they need to save. So when this set of human arrive on the earth, they don't just arrive, they arrive with spirit. They came with the spirit of spirit. That is to say, in this bloodline a generation will come. A child is going to be born. That child will destroy the altar on this ground, and then one child just emerge in this family. There's going to be a time somebody is going to end the poverty of the family, and then a time came, a child is born. So there are people that came on the earth, human among humans, to fulfill divine assignment.
Are you sure the spirit that came to your father's house that said you are the hope of the family, are you sure that spirit is not weeping? Are you sure the spirit that gave you revelation when you got born again and told you are the one that is the Gideon, the Esther, the Deborah, you are the one that will end the suffering of the family? Are you sure the spirit is not weeping? Are you sure that spirit is not crying? You think God don't watch us? There are human beings that heaven is interested in their lives among other human beings. There are human beings that heaven supervise them more than other humans. I don't know who you are, whether you came to fulfill evil prophecy or you came for the purpose of divine prophecy about your family, the land, your nation, and your generation. Pray for yourself. There are people that the spirit that have been hovering around their father's house is weeping, because to every family that is in bondage, there's a spirit that is looking out for a day of the liberty of the family, and it must be a child that must come to be that instrument. I don't know who I'm talking to. Spirit weeps. Don't make the spirit of your destiny weep. Don't make the spirit of your ministry weep. Don't make the spirit of your calling weep. Don't make the spirit of God that was attached to you weep. Don't make your angels to weep. That day that the mantle of Elisha was entering the grave, the spirit was crying, because that mantle was not meant to be buried. The mantle was not meant to be buried. The mantle was to be transferred to Gehazi. But when Gehazi messed up, the spirit wept. Oh, the spirit behind the mantle wept. Oh, if you know what you are losing, if you know the pains in the heart of God, if some of us know the pain, we are not all the same. No, we can't. That is where you get it all wrong. We are not all the same. We might from the same womb. We cannot all be the same. But when you choose to just live your life like you are the same with others, you make heaven weep. It is when you meet God that you will understand. So you can be alive or you lost it. You missed it. You may be eating and drinking, but heaven is weeping. You missed it. You messed everything up. Some of us are just growing and heaven is just looking for somebody else, just looking for replacement. There's a spirit called spirit of destiny. Spirit of destiny is weeping because the child of destiny is losing destiny. Spirit of ministry is weeping because the child with ministry is losing ministry. Spirit of assignment is weeping because a child of assignment have abandoned that assignment. So the spirit is weeping. May the Lord open our eyes to do what we must do, to wipe away tears from the spirit of our assignment.